What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Independent Experience. I'm IndyXP. We're coming to you again this morning, Thursday, March 19th, 2020. Welcome, everybody. We are here for the opening bell. The markets have just opened. There was some sell-offs overnight, but nothing major. It looks like the markets are well, they didn't shoot down right away, so that's a plus. The Dow Jones is down about 200 points currently, which is good. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of the markets and see where we are at. Sorry, I did not have this set up ahead of time. Time got away from me. I'm working from home. All right, let's see. So gold is down currently at 1479.43. Silver is up slightly at 1218, giving us a ratio of 121.48. Now, silver was down quite a bit overnight. It dropped down below 12 again. So, um, that's good that it's back up. So, I'm going to take a quick swig of water here. Apologize. Nice. All right. So platinum is down $24, currently at 605.70. It is about to breach under 600 for the first time in a long time. Hey, Full Push Metals is here, everybody. Welcome, sir. Welcome. We're just running through the markets and showing off where we're at. Palladium is up slightly, surprisingly enough, currently at 1662.90. Other markets, let's take a look. See, rhodium's going to be starting the day off at $6,000. It's been a while since we've been down there after its epic run that it had last year. Copper is currently at $2.15. Aluminum down slightly, currently at 72 cents. Barrels of crude oil are back up. They had dropped down to almost $20 even overnight. It is currently at 22.61 a barrel. The Dow Jones and the NASDAQ. Dow Jones is going to be started the day off at 19,898.92. And the NASDAQ is going to be starting the day off at 69.89.84. S&P 500 is going to be starting the day off at 23.98.10. Apologize, I'm getting some text in here. Hey, PDX Brewer. Hey, it must be early out there on the West Coast there, huh? It should be under a buck. Let's see. They all say buy me, and copper's staying up 8. Blowing my mind. It should be under a buck. Copper, yeah, I think copper is probably overpriced. As it's, it's becoming less and less useful. As we start to switch over to other metals. So, all right, let's see. Looks like the Dow Jones is down 400 points currently. NASDAQ is down 50, and the S&P 500 is down 40. So, I've got 3 people watching so far this morning. Very good, very good. I was a little worried about the start today. That we had some sell-offs overnight where it looked like futures were going to be down slightly, but looks like we haven't seen too many adverse effects as of yet. So Bitcoin, let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin real quick. I think it's pretty held pretty steady throughout the night. Looks like we've seen it increase some. We're seeing a little bit of a bump. Here within the last hour, it almost broke 6,000 again. So it is back down. It's at 57.70.06. Utah Gold back real quick. Let's go ahead and take a look over there. Utah Goldback is currently at $2.75. Hey, Jonathan Reese, welcome. Welcome. All right. So that's where we're at for the day so far. Give me just a second here to take a look at what I had incoming here. Oh boy. Oof. My son got braces. He's 8. But that's what happens when your mom's a dentist. So you get everything early. So good for him. Let's see. Stacker 2020, welcome, sir. He's making some Sammys, but he's listening to us. He's here in spirit. So, all right. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. This is going to be a short one today. There's not a ton to report on. Palladium is back over $1,700. So that's good. It's up $41 on the day. Platinum did just go under 600. So we are at 598 over there. So Dow is now down 495. So they keep rotating through their 2-day view. Nasdaq's down 61 and S&P is down 48. So real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at well, we got a drop in silver. It's coming. It's down under 12, guys. You saw it here first. It's at 11.99. We are, and as usual, JM Bullion has inflated their prices. It's showing that it's still 12.12. Let's keep hitting that refresh button. JM Bullion still showing a ratio of 121.61. Let's see. Yep. So, guys, I'm getting stir crazy here in my house. The walls start closing in on you after you've been in for a while. I've been in my house since Friday night, so almost a week. We're coming up on 6 full days. I am staying. It's getting hard to stay motivated and on task with my work. So even today, I was going to do a video early this morning, and wasn't even motivated to get back out of bed and do that for you guys. I apologize. So, so yeah, it's getting really, really bored. Really, really bored. So let me know what you guys have going on in your lives. Are you guys quarantined? Let me know down in the comments how things going where you guys are at in your neck of the woods. Stacker 2020 says he started renovating all of his axes. Yes, I wish I could renovate my X's as well. Oh, you said axes. Yes, axes. Hey, Stephen Kenyon. Welcome, sir. Welcome. So, all right. Let's see. Quarantine here in Hungary. Oh, Stacker 2020. I didn't realize you were over in Hungary. I've got some distant relatives that live in Hungary. My grandparents had been over there a few times. I've only been to the United States and Canada. So we used to go to Canada a lot when I was growing up. My dad had a lot of business up there, and we actually almost moved to Winnipeg when I was a kid. But my mom said no. So it would have been a pretty lucrative job, but she did not want to move that far away from her parents, and that's understandable. So, but I actually lived in Canada for 3 months when I was in college. So I lived in rural Canada, up by Red Lake, Ontario. So lots of gold mines up there that have since been discovered. When I was there were some mining operations, but there weren't anything like what's up there now. I still have one friend that lives up there, and he said you wouldn't recognize it. The streets are literally paved with gold. The town we lived in was a town called Balmertown. It's like 5 miles outside of Red Lake, and Crevecoeur is up there as well, and it was a rat hole. It was pretty junky place. And then they opened up the big gold mines right there in Balmertown. I mean, it's literally right outside the city streets, and everything is really nice up there now, for what he said. So that's pretty cool. UK originally, Stacker 2020 says, great. GM finally took 1 week off. All right. Your general manager gave you a week off? Or is that you work for GM and they're taking a week off? Because I think we got a lot of here in Kokomo, Indiana. We got a lot of car manufacturers, and they are closed. They closed down at 3:30 yesterday. So, Stacker 2020 wants to know if I've ever tried prospecting. So I have. I've actually done creek panning a few times. Not a lot of people know that. Oh, he says, "Good morning, GM." All right, good morning. Sorry, I'm not down on the lingo. I apologize. We actually have some gold naturally occurring here in Indiana, specifically southern Indiana, kind of in the Mooresville, Martinsville, Bloomington corridor is kind of the hotbed for it. So just south of Indianapolis, within an hour, less than an I can be in Mooresville. I can be at Gold Creek from my house in probably about 40 minutes. So I did pan there a few times when I was growing up. There's a creek, it's called Gold Creek, that actually runs through one of the Boy Scout camps that we went to down there. So we did it just for fun. Gold Creek is, you're not finding any nuggets or anything in any of the creeks here in Indiana, but I did get to do that. I do like panning though. I've bought a lot of pay dirt to do with my kids over the last probably 3 or 4 years. Probably in the last 3.5 years, I'd say. We've panned out close to 1.5 ounces of gold. So I've had a lot of fun doing that. And so when Step Stacker started up the Eldorado 13, I was like, this is perfect, man. I got to get in on this. So I've been helping him co-host, and that's kind of giving me the bug to, whoa, woohoo. Sorry if that blew up you guys' speakers. That was, you getting actually an email about gold. So, if you guys haven't heard, I actually am starting up my own pay dirt company. With everything that's been going on here, with me being on quarantine and delays in everybody's shipping, it will probably be, I'm hoping the end of next month, maybe sooner if, those Trump checks come in, we get that Corona check in, we'll, maybe get everything else ready to go. I've already got 10 grams of gold ready to go to create the pay dirt with. I've got bags on order now, so I'd like to get a couple nuggets. I sorted my silver shot yesterday, so we're going to be adding some silver shot into the pay dirt. And I'm also maybe looking at maybe putting some gemstones in there too, just kind of make it a little interesting. So let's see. Steve Kenyon says he makes parts for automakers there in Kokomo. Very cool. Well, I don't think you're going to be shipping out very many units here for the time being. Unfortunately, apologize for that. So, yeah, everybody's kind of going off the deep end. Well, I don't want to say everybody's going off the deep end. Let me rephrase that. Speaking from the standpoint of somebody who had coronavirus, it is You do not want to mess with it, man. It is bad news, man. And I can see definitely why people that are older, people that are in poor health, people that have respiratory issues underlying should not be around anybody to have the potential of getting it, because it will have a very high risk of really hurting them or worse. It took me almost a full week to get over all of my symptoms. I just now got over my symptoms, and I started showing my first symptoms on Wednesday last week. So it did take a full week to get over everything. So yeah, it's I don't want to say people are overreacting, but it's hard to narrow down. Where do you draw the line on what you close? What where do you draw that line? So it's I'm glad that the federal government's taken such an active role in trying to stem this, and that there is a worldwide effort in trying to curb uh, this novel virus. And so, um, you know, they say that it's just trying to beat down the curve. They know that more people are going to get sick, and it's just going to happen. And this is all well to do now, and keeping everybody home now for 2 weeks. Not everybody's going to be home. So, Dub Season 91's here, and the man himself, Step Stacker. His ears must have been burning because he knew that we were talking about him. He wanted to join in on the fun. Um, so it's we're going to beat down the curve, but then once things start coming off of quarantine and closure, what's going to happen then? Are we going to see another increase? I probably so. I think we will. So, I got an email notification or text notification from my kids' schools yesterday that said that they are going to be closed for an extra week following spring break. So they were off. For those of you guys that are playing the home game, my kids got off of school 2 weeks ago. They had the second and fourth cases of coronavirus in their school system here in the state. The second and fourth cases here in Indiana in their school system, which prompted them to be like, "We're going, we're done." It was they were 2 weeks away from spring break, which would be starting next Monday for them, and they have 2 weeks of spring break. And then the school system says they came out already and said, "Hey, we know it's 2.5 weeks away, and we know this has been really rough on people, but we're going to go ahead and be closed for another week." And then they actually attached a calendar of what the schedule would look like when they have to keep the school closed through the end of April. So they already have that out there. They haven't said whether they're going to stay closed or not. But if they've already released the calendar, I think it's probably a foregone conclusion that they will be closed through the end of April. And at that point, they only have 3 weeks until the end of the school year. You might as well just be gone for the rest of the year. So, Step Stacker wants to know. Let's go ahead and pop that in. He wants to know, is anybody finding delay in delivery times? My vertical stacker gold and walker never made it to vertical. Oof. Gosh, I hope it wasn't a lot of gold. I don't have the Eldorado 13 folder here right in front of me, but if I remember correctly, was he a 3rd gram or a 1/2 gram winner? I think. Can't remember what he won. But yes, I have experienced some delays in shipping personally. So, being that on a personal level, I've experienced some things taking longer than usual. But I, as a business, I have also seen delays in things that I've been ordering getting shipped in. Not too many. As you guys know, pretty much any company you've ever emailed, you're now getting emails from updating you on, their COVID-19 procedures and how they're doing. And all the companies I deal with directly have either called me or sent me an email. So some of them are experiencing delays, some of them are not. So let's see. In Europe, there are heavy delays on delivery. Well, yeah, that might be because you guys have DHL there. I don't know. I'm just kidding. We have DHL here in America, and it is about the slowest way you could ship something. You could kick the package down the road to its destination faster in a lot of cases than you can with DHL. So, says he's been waiting for over 2 weeks already for a delivery from Italy. Wow, yikes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Italy's in a bad place right now, man. It's hard to imagine what they're going through. They got it way worse than what we have it right now, but unfortunately, it's one of those things where we might be heading in that direction. So, let's see. Dove Season 91 says longer than usual shipping from SD Bullion and Universal Coin. Yes, yeah, I've heard both of those. We're having some at least over at SD Bullion, they were having staffing issues in preparing orders. So, let's see. Stepstagger says, I am not kidding. DHL sucks. They have to use UPS to get anything in the United States. Why pay the middleman? Yeah. So here in Indianapolis, we do have DHL delivery. I don't know the extent of what they deliver, but we have DHL trucks that run around, which is kind of weird that they picked Indianapolis because we have a huge FedEx hub here, and then we also have a UPS hub here. We've got a decent sized postal hub here. So half the airplanes that fly in and out of Indianapolis are FedEx, UPS, or US United States Postal Service. So, yeah. So, I don't know how they manage to get by here in Indy, but they do. Maybe just running, Amazon Overflow or something. So, let's see. Stepsagger says, yes, I can replace, but I hate to think that it got lifted by a postal worker. Yeah, that's a thing. Is it's like, how do you ship that stuff to keep it from getting lifted? I mean, when we're shipping out prizes, it's like, it costs a lot to insure a package, just even a letter, or to require a signature to make it registered mail. It takes a lot. Most of the time when I send out giveaways, I just go to Hallmark and I buy a 40 pack or 50 pack of greeting cards. And I know a lot of you guys have received prizes for me in the past. Dove Season 91, I know you've received a couple. Steve Kenyon's gotten one, I think, one or two from me. But I just tape the dimes inside. So it's, hope throw in the mailbox and winging a prayer that it gets there. So, yeah, it's a struggle that we all have to endure. So, hey, Carrie and Terry Kellogg, welcome. Yeah, welcome. Good morning. Hopefully everything's going good up in your neck of the woods. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the stock markets. Dow Jones is down. Dow Jones is down 365. NASDAQ is actually back in the green. It's up $2.55. And the S&P is down 50. Let's see. Yeah, actually, NASDAQ's trending up. Look at that. Woo! Look at that. It's up $6.52. Nice. All right. Let's take a look at some other items here. Let's see. Gold is at 1480.16. Silver's at 1213, giving us a ratio of 122.01. Well, let's see. Kitco's still reporting the NASDAQ is under 100, but Bloomberg is showing that it's at 22 plus. So pick your poison there. Let's see if there's any news on the NASDAQ. Let's see. NASDAQ news is up 36 points. So appears we have had something good happen in the market today. We got a silver lining. So if you guys haven't heard, PCGS is actually back open for business. We'd reported yesterday that we had received emails Tuesday that they were closing. They've actually received word from the mayor in Newport Beach that they can remain open. So that was a short-lived closure for them. So they said check back for details, but we'll really have to keep eye on that. Step Stacker 2020 says lunchtime is over. He says take care all. Stacker 2020, thank you, sir, for stopping in. We appreciate it. We will see you on the next one. Let's see. I'm just kind of reading through some news just to see if anything catches my eye for you guys. So yesterday was the first day of the stock market. The Dow Jones had closed under 20,000 since 2017. Let's go ahead and take a look at that article for you guys. Right. Stocks opened lower on Thursday, building on the previous session's steep losses as the coronavirus crisis rages on. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dipped 708 points, or 3.5%. The S&P 500 slid 3.1%, while the Nasdaq Composite traded 1.8% lower. Markets are clearly in a state of panic and forced liquidations, but risks remain skewed to the upside, and this should become much more apparent once some of the solvency issues are addressed, quoted Adam Crisafulli. Crisafulli, there we go, founder of Vital Knowledge, said in a note. Higher than expected jobless claims data also pressured investor sentiment. Last week, 281,000 people filed for unemployment benefits in the United States, well above the Dow Jones estimate of 220,000. The move followed yet another violent day on Wall Street on Wednesday. The Dow dropped 1,338 points, or 6.3%, on Wednesday and clinched its first close below 20,000 points since February of 2017, 3 years ago. The Dow was down more than 2,300 points at its lows on the session. The S&P dropped 5.2% to 2398.10 and closed nearly 30% low, the record that was set last month as both indexes sank further into bear markets. Wall Street has been on an unprecedented roller coaster ride amid the coronavirus turmoil, with the S&P 500 swinging 4% or more in either direction for 8 consecutive sessions. Whoa, wow, that is a roller coaster right there. This is a day trader's market, said Christian Fromholtz. Fromhertz. There we go. Well, these guys need to get some better names, man. CEO of Tribeca Trading Group. That's not my favorite type of trading, but the day-to-day swings and the overnight moves are pretty insane. An eye-watering spike in Treasury yields has also kept investors anxious. The 10-year Treasury rate hovered at 1.1% after jumping more than 50 basis points in 2 sessions as it rebounded from record lows. Gregory Farinello, head of U.S. rates trading at Amerivet Securities, said swift reversal in yields comes amid strong dollar demand amid coronavirus crisis. There's a dollar strain on the system globally, Farinello said. Whether it's Asia, Brazil, emerging markets, Europe, or here in the US, the dollar is in demand right now. If you look at everything across the board, it's all going down together. The one thing that's going up that's dollar denominated is the US dollar, he added. The US dollar index, which tracks greenback's performance against a basket of other currencies, jumped to its highest level since January of 2017 on Thursday. It last traded up 0.7% at 101.83 after breaking above 102. More central bank stimulus. On Wednesday evening, the European Central Bank announced new pandemic emergency purchase program that will deploy 750 billion euros. I'm starving. I really could use something other than canned food right now. Sorry. Or $819 billion to purchase securities to help support European economies. The central bank said purchases will be conducted until the end of 2020 and include a variety of assets, including government debt. This goes on about different banks there in the EU. All right, so all right, NASDAQ is up 56 points, guys. Woohoo! The Dow's turning around. It's only down 314 points currently, and the S&P is down 61. So, all right. So let's get back to the chat, see what everybody's doing here. Step Stacker wants to know, what have you heard about Americans receiving stimulus checks? So if you guys hadn't heard, the federal government, the Senate did vote and passed a second round of stimulus packages, which does include provisions for mailing stimulus checks directly to every adult in the United States. It is not approved yet. It just lays the groundwork for it. Stimulus package 2 also, it laid most of the groundwork for stimulus package 3, which we should be expecting. I believe they said that should be expected before April 1st. So I think they are still probably on track for getting the stimulus checks out. I think it's a foregone conclusion that we will be getting some kind of check. I think both the Republicans and Democrats both agree on that. So I think it's a matter of just nailing down what that price is going to be. Mitt Romney, old Uncle Mitch, has said that he wants it to be $1,000. I think Trump is actually lobbying for more. I don't know if I've heard an exact total of what that's supposed to be. So I guess we'll find out together when the news breaks. We'll be there with the hard hitting news for you guys. So let's see. Also on Stimulus 2, I guess they're calling it. Stimulus 2 actually paves. It actually is more for Small businesses are getting low to no interest loans as needed. So that'll help a lot in the restaurant industry for sure. Is probably one of the hardest hit industries because restaurants, they operate on a razor thin margin. You know, it's one day they're not open is hard. 2 days they're not open is devastating. 3 days they're not open, it is catastrophic. So the fact that my area, we're still able to do carry out in restaurants if you're not in quarantine like I am. So come tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be putting a phone call into somebody, and they're going to be bringing me some food from my favorite restaurant. So so the stimulus package 2 will be mostly for small businesses, I think. So Carrie and Terry Kellogg, last 2 times my mail took longer than normal. I sent Rick G mail, and a day or 2 he sent me mail. This got to me first. Okay, so his got to you first. Okay, very cool. So, oh boy, guys, I just get bored. I'm just going to keep talking. It keeps my mind limber, I guess. Although I'm kind of sitting here talking to myself. So, all right. So we've been on for 36 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do one last spot check for you guys, and I'm going to wrap this up. We're going to come back to you guys here later today, maybe. So, if got any breaking news, I'll be sure to cut back in for you. Gold is currently at 1486.47. Silver's at 1217, giving us a ratio of 122.17. Let's see, platinum is currently at $600. Palladium is up $124 today. Everybody's showing love to palladium today. Palladium is at 1785. I was really expecting that to be below gold by the end of the week. I really was. But when you're right 53% of the time, you are bound to be wrong 47%. Copper is up. It is currently at $2.17. Aluminum is down at 72 cents. It's about to drop another penny, it looks like. Barrels of crude oil are showing gains, but those gains are waning. Currently at 22.10 a barrel. The stock markets, the Dow Jones is rallying. We are seeing a rally, folks. This could be a positive day. I think we're going to have a positive day. The Dow Jones is down 92 points. The NASDAQ is up 125, and the S&P is just now skipped into positive territory. So it is up. I think we are going to be seeing a good day. The Dow is down 82 points now. I think we're going to have a good day, guys. This is going to be a positive day. So keep your heads up. Let's see. Oh, Jonathan Reese says he emailed Amateur Investor and he's no longer on Instagram. So he's just gone. That is very disappointing. I really, really hate to see that, especially when there were people that had won giveaways and had not received the prize. No, Carrie and Terry Kellogg had won his 5-gram gold bar giveaway. It's unfortunate that it sounds like that is that's not going to make it to you, unfortunately. So, Dove Season did claim the prize. Yes, he did claim his prize yesterday. I got his email overnight, I believe, which reminds me, I got to pull out your prize and get the address written down on it. So pull out all the prize packs here Dove oh, you're good. Right there near the top. Woohoo! So, yeah. So, Step Stacker, if you had not seen, Amateur Investor had he'd gone dark, and his channel we talked about a little bit yesterday. His channel had he hadn't been putting out any videos. The 5-gram gold bar that Karen Terry Kellogg had won back just after Christmas never arrived. There was a bunch in that box as well, and it's unfortunate. It sounds like there's some other people that didn't get prizes as well. So he's no longer on Instagram or YouTube. Yeah, I did find him on YouTube. His channel is still up, but it's not showing any videos. So let's see. Everything changed on his page. All those videos are now set to private now. Yeah, I've not seen any videos on his page. If you have his email, flood his email, says Jonathan Reese. Yeah, that would, I'm sure if he's gone as far as going dark on YouTube and Instagram, I'm sure he's probably changed his email by now. Let's see. That's who I got my first gold 1 gram from. Oh, so you won? Did you win something over there, Step Stacker? I didn't realize you'd won something over there. Let's see. John Reese says he won a kookaburra from him when he first came around, and he got it. Okay, so in the beginning, I'm sure he was getting out prizes, and I tell you, he had a great channel. We had a lot of great content. I felt like I really enjoyed watching him, but once you kind of bite the hand that feeds you on those giveaways, it's hard to recover from that. And he didn't have a big channel, but it was definitely picking up steam. He was somewhere around 550 or 560 subscribers, I think. So, Step Stacker won his very first goal. Well, congrats. You got it. And John Reese got his prize. So, Dove Season 91 wants to know how I am feeling. Well, you can feel a little bit of pep in my voice. As because I am feeling A-okay, as Yankee Stacking would say. I'm back to normal. Still going to be contagious for a while, so I got to stay indoors. I can't go with my parents. Can't go to my restaurants I like to go to. So yeah, that's my story, man. So John Reese says he'd be pissed, but there's got to be a reason he went dark. Yeah. Step Stacker says, "Hey, hello, everybody. I didn't say hi when he was driving. So, well, yeah, don't text and drive. At least that's probably the rule in your state where you're driving. So, here in Indiana, you can still text and drive legally actually, no, I'm sorry. You cannot text and drive in the state of Indiana. But I think since the law was enacted here a couple years ago, and I think they've only written like 18 tickets for texting and driving. But they do have currently the Indiana House has a law that's working its way, or a resolution for a law that's working its way through the House and the Senate to ban all uses of cell phones while driving. So we'll see how far that gets. Stop the text, stop the wreck, Step Stacker. LOL. Yes, very true though. Funny, but very true. So yeah. So I got nothing else. So Dove Season 91. here's your prize pack. 4 dimes and 2 gold backs heading your way. We'll get those out in the mail in a few weeks. As you guys know, anything that you guys have won for me in the last 2 weeks is in quarantine through. Let me look at the calendar. I can tell you when those will be going out in the mail. So they're going to be in quarantine until March 30th. Is when that'll be my first day back to work. Fingers crossed. So we'll see. So the Dow Jones is in the green, everybody. The Dow Jones is in the green. Dow Jones is back over 20,000 points, currently up 122. The NASDAQ is up 207 points, currently at 71.96. And the S&P 500 is up 20 points. So looking good, looking good. So, all right. Not sure why I got an email from YouTube telling me that I was live. That's weird. Yeah, I know I'm live. I'm right here. I'm here. So, all right. Step Stacker says, I can't get pulled over by a cop to save my life. I just sneeze and cough while breaking the law. All right. Yeah. You don't have that that shifty look to you, I guess. Let's see. William.cowdle@gmail.com. Is that the amateur investors email, I'm guessing? Looks like it probably is. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and kick this off. We're at 47 minutes. I'm going to head out. I got to get some work done. So, I hope everybody has a great day. I am certainly going to try. It's supposed to rain here most of the day. Here in Indiana, we're supposed to actually have some tornado warnings here in central Indiana today. So, if I don't already have enough going on, I might have to go down in my basement and hang out there today. So I do greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. If you happen to appreciate me, remember to hit that thumbs up button at the bottom. I don't think we got anybody new here today, but if we do and you're watching and you're just hiding in the background, taking it all in, go ahead and consider smashing that subscribe and jingle bell right there in the corner for me. Bing bong. So you can be notified of when new content is coming out. I've been IndyXP from the Independent Experience, and I'm here once again to remind you, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find your pockets heavy.